This book of records, we're going to meet a brave Sheila from Brisbane who is going to consume the contents of more than 150 different barroom spittoons. All gripping stuff. But first, we're going to watch a man from the north of England who is going to attempt to make a BBC cameraman laugh for an amazing 25 minutes. The present world record stands at 1.8 seconds. So, as we say in the biz, break a leg, feel cool.
Right, how many people here watching tonight have ever been children? Children, oh, they'll be the death of me, I tell you. Just had a party round at our house for my daughter's 9th birthday. Oh, she fetched all her mates round, about 70 of them. We stood inviting the gremlins for a midnight snack. And they're blowing their nose on the curtains. Squelching custard in the carpet. Super gluing the cat to the stereo turntable. Turning it up to 78. My wife said, "Come on, Phil. I'm sure you can think of a good party game." I said, "I can. I'll go to the pub and you lot have got to guess what time I'm going to come back." Ah, kids. A bit too childish for my liking. Don't get me wrong. I hate them. It won't be long before they get to that vandalism stage. And some of the tricks they get up to these days. Like putting cling film on public lavatory bowls and knocking coppers' helmets off. The copper's head's still in them. You know, I've no room to talk. When I think of the tricks that I used to get up to as a kid. Remember the time when my mate had this huge, vicious German Doberman pincher that liked alcohol? He weaned it on drink as a pup, right? And one day we got it absolutely smashed out of its brains. Carried it onto Blackpool North Pier at the peak of holiday season. Plonked it down on the pier. I'd hold it by the collar. My mate would go to the other end. And I'd whap all this shaving cream round its mouth. Great watching all the holiday makers diving over the rail. Brass band upside down in the sand. But when I was a kid, I think out on my birthday, Christmas and bonfire night, I think bonfire night was best. Raiding and pillaging other kids' bonfires and setting fire to what was left. I was a Viking for a fortnight. Kirk Douglas. Okay. Okay, you posh kids. That old mattress belongs to us now. Get that old chest of drawers out of here. Charge. And you know, even today, in and around where you live, you can always tell the prosperity of an area on bonfire night by just looking up at the skies. Lytham St. Anne's. Preston. There's not a lot come out of Preston. Yeah, 6. B6230. Preston's only claim to fame was having a contestant on Opportunity Knocks. Yeah, I remember it well, yeah. He registered a minus on the clapometer. But that's a show I never went on, that. To be honest, I didn't want to fall for old Hughie Green's. Friends, if you want to vote for him, the name is Phil Cool. But if you can't remember the name, it doesn't matter because the poor bastard's not going to win anyway. It produced some good talent, though, did Opportunity Knocks. I remember a young poet who kept going on about if only she'd looked after her teeth. Hello. I'd like to recite a little poem from my poem book. Here's my poem book. P-airs. A lot of people think the P stands for pubic. Read down. It's Pamela. Right. Here goes. There was a young man from Garstad who had flowers growing out of his head. And when people got sick, he'd run round real quick and stand in a vase by their bed. Thank you. Thank you. But the trouble with being an impressionist is having someone who's very, very important in your repertoire suddenly die on you. Just when you spent years working on them. Take my Boris Karloff, for instance. Yes, he was coming along quite nicely. An absolute gas he was. Then, suddenly, he decides to become deceased. Some people just have no consideration.
Then there was my Henry Fonda. I've been working on it 6 months or so. Almost had him too. Maybe if I'd have wobbled around a little more. Waggle my jaw. Lowered my shoulder some. Who knows? I guess it's too late now. Maybe he'd have lasted a little longer if he hadn't have started up on his daughter's goddamn aerobics program.
But honestly, no sooner do I get somebody off to a tea, it's curtains for him, it really is. People's America. Isn't it amazing what they can do with strings and wax these days? Do you remember the disease colon I had a while back? Well, it wasn't just a disease colon. No, during the operation, the Soviets infiltrated the theater and secretly implanted a large bugging device. Somebody must have told them that I talked through my ass. But another problem with being an impressionist is having so much to practice. I mean, I'm always practicing in the bathroom, right? The warmest room in the house. Got a nice mirror. Things are handy. But the thing is, you've got to do it out loud. You've got to spurt it out loud, right? And God knows what the neighbours must think when they hear all these weird noises coming through the wall. Okay, mister. Turn around real slow. Unbuckle your gun belt. Drop your pants onto the floor. Nice and easy. Bend over and touch your toes. Yeah, this is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. Get it over with, you crazy varmint. You dirty devil, crossing rattlesnake, you gonna branded me. Looks like we're cleaning out a Delsey toilet rolls, Lieutenant.
Okay, Mr. Spencer. Looks like maybe you're going to have to use the cardboard tube.
And of course, you've got to slip the new ones in as well.
Good evening, I'm Griff Rees-Jones. Mel and I have been asked to read out the nominees for the 1986 Academy Awards. Haven't we, Mel?
Yeah. They asked Paul Daniels, but he accidentally fell asleep under a sun lamp and melted.
Yes, little shit. Right, get the envelope out, Mel.
Oh yeah, the envelope. The nominees for the 1986 Academy Awards are as follows. Charles Bronson for his performance in The Return of the Revenge of the Son of the Man in Death Wish 12. Revisited. Part 4. Strikes Back Even.
Okay, you mother suckers. Which one of you said I look like a gorilla? You know, I just reduced the homicide rate of New York by 90%. I moved to San Francisco.
Thank you, Charles Bronson. Thank you. The next nominee is Jim from Taxi for his amazing guest performance in Coronation Street.
Bat! Give me a packet of Mrs. Walker's crisps. Marijuana flavor.
Thank you, Jim. Sylvester Stallone for his dazzling performance in Mental American Mercenary in London.
Hey, why do I always look like I got a sneeze? Hey, I just got back from them. Tottenham.
Thank you. And finally, last and least, Burt Lancaster for his wonderful performance in the new Carry On film, Carry On Moses, the Lawgiver.
And the good Lord God in heaven took his children out of the land of Egypt and out of the house of bondage, out into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. Give or take a couple of days either way. Maybe a week, who knows? And then my brother Aaron came to me filled with anger. And he said unto me, "Oh, excuse me, Major.
I don't want to be rude, but the children of Israel have asked me to tell you to stop messing the bears down making them knock all over." Thank you. And now the winner. Yes, I've got the envelope somewhere. Always the most exciting moment. I always think this, don't you? Reading out the winner. Right, the winner for the 1986 Academy Awards is... Richard Phil Cool must be doing an impersonation of me. This always happens when he starts taking someone off. Goodbye, Mel. God, where are you? God, where are you? God, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. You're going to like this, but not a lot. So, Paul's a little shit, is he?
Help! Help! Help!
No use shouting for help, old son. Doris Stokes can't hear you. Listen, you are going back to Earth, but as a lower form of life. A much lower form of life. Abracazam.
What's he talking about? Lower form. What's happening to me? What's happening? I can feel a new expression coming on my face. My voice is changing. My hands, what's happening to my hands?
Roll out the barrel, let's have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel,